Okay, the new Matt Dudes. Damn, my voice went a little bit higher than I was wanting there. It's Dave here, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to Abyss of the Sacrifice, guys. In the last episode, tragedy hit again. That's all I can really say. So yeah, at the end of the last episode, we lost another one. We lost another one of the girls. Chloe died. It looks as if she must have failed in defending herself against the sweepers and security systems that were in the system when they were virtually, both her and Asuna were virtually diving into the system. Begun the episode with Asuna's chapter for Guardian for 6. And we found out that the girls had split into two groups, with Jitka and Miki going somewhere else to gather food and water, and it was Asuna and Chloe together to what were they trying to do? I think it was to find ways of escape, or to open a route, like an open route throughout, so they could pass through Foundation's areas as easily as possible. But they discovered that a door had opened in a very highly secured area that had not been opened at all since all of them woke up near the beginning of the game, where we didn't find evidence of anyone being around, but we did come, after crawling through a vent, after solving a puzzle to get through the vent, we did come across an older security room by the looks of things, or an older computer terminal room, where Chloe decided to go into the system just because she couldn't resist, because she found out that the systems were connected to the administration bureau of a foundation, and she's a hacker, so she wants to find out the biggest secrets as much as possible. But also, when Asuna found out that she was trying to find confidential information, she knew that there must be details about the true events that happened leading to her father's death, rather than the cover-up the government did in terms of that disastrous event. So Asuna went in with Chloe into the system, but then Asuna wasn't as careful or expertise as Chloe in avoiding security systems, so she tripped the security, and Chloe decided to make sure Asuna got out of the system and into the area of the library area of the computer systems, to find information about her father. But Chloe obviously wanted to continue further in to get to the really juicy stuff. But also, we found evidence that Orange had been in the system, logged into the system at level 6, which is one off the highest security level. So Chloe wanted to find out whether Orange was still alive or somehow in the system, but supposedly she's dead. And also, she wanted to get the high security stuff. So Asuna was alone, and we helped her with the puzzles of fixing file drives in order to access the areas where the information about the disaster that happened 5 years ago was revealed. And we found out that it appears that the government definitely covered up the event. It doesn't name any individuals that died, and it's just like all that's left of her father is just a couple of people that were casualties from the event. But it did reveal that there was a young girl seen at the incident site, the ground zero, around the time the disaster happened. But the girl had long hair, but didn't match any description of any registered Foundation citizen. So I thought somehow Asuna had got there, but then I thought, wait, well, Asuna must be a clearly registered Foundation citizen. So it makes me think Jitka might have something to do with that. So we might find that out when we continue with Jitka's chapter. Asuna, once she had all the information she could get, she was able to just get out the system and take off her headset. But when she got out, once she regained her composure and sort of senses, and got out of the, balanced herself again, being back in reality from the virtual reality, she went over to where Chloe had been sitting in the terminal seat, and unfortunately, Chloe was cold as ice, and it looked as if she'd been like that for hours, and she was slumped in her chair, and her body was cold. So yeah, it kind of confirms that Chloe didn't make it out of the system alive and must have been killed by the sweepers. Let's get back into it, guys, and we'll go back to Jitka's point of view with Accident. Let's go. Just my volume again. Accident, Jitka. Okay, so at this point in the timeline, if we've got to assume we're at the same time, then Jitka and Miki should be the only ones here from this perspective, and Asuna must be in a lot of trauma and devastation, realizing that Chloe's dead, but I guess she's then got to eventually try and find Jitka and Miki again. But yeah, we're now down to 3. So, Jitka, clank, clank. Clank, clank again. Jitka's body swayed with the monotonous chugging of the train. Of the train? They're on a train? Where are you again? Okay, Jitka appears to be... Unless this is a flashback, she seems to be out of sorts, as in she's only semi-conscious and a bit drowsy. She strained her eyes in the darkness. Yeah, right. So yeah, you appear to be on a transport train, or one of those network trains that they talked about. And there, just like that transport hub we were at, there's a T1 sign, so she appears to be on a transport. Oh, that's right. She remembered. It's the inside of a train, I'm having that dream again, right? So she's saying this is a dream. She anxiously looked around. The train's windows were completely dark and scattered human silhouettes surrounded her. Okay, so she suggests that there are people around in this dream. Oh boy. As I suspected, this might be revealing what happened that day Asuna's father died from Jitka's perspective. It's a dream of that day. She gulped. Well, Jitka, you've just confirmed that you were definitely either involved or at least nearby the time of the accident, if you know about it. She'd had this dream more times than she cared to count. Soon, there would be a big crash. A crash? A train crash? That's not ever been mentioned, but we've seen evidence or talked about that the government has covered up things. God, was the accident involving a train crash that affected the radiation? Okay, here we go. Then everything would go dark. And when she came to, she would be surrounded by a pool of blood. Oh boy. Flames would rise in random places around her, and she would slowly be filled with the realization. She couldn't move. Oh fuck. Then she would look down at her legs to find her lower body completely crushed by debris. Oh, she's having dreams based on the other girl's incidents or trauma, disasters from their perspectives, because what she's describing is what happened to Miki. Miki woke up in an area full of blood, her parents being dead, and her legs were crushed. She's seeing a dream from Miki's eyes. An unimaginable pain would devour her. Uh-oh. Her eyes welled up with tears. Looks as if you're not going to have a choice, Jitka, but let's go. Unfortunately, I don't think you can forcefully wake yourself up. And also, since we last documented the numbers on Jitka's skin with her dreams when she was in that shower scene, she's had a few dreams since then, and she hasn't talked about her numbers since. What happens when she reaches 0? Okay, is she waking up? No, but the spiral fuzziness is kind of happening, so I think the dream is going to move her on. As if responding to her wish, her vision started to blur. It was a sign that she would... Oh, all right, okay, so she would wake up, okay. But will you wake up, or will you just be transported to another area of your dreams? She shook her head as hard as she could to help herself wake up. Suddenly, she spotted something out of the corner of her eye. Oh. There's something here. Something familiar. Oh, maybe you don't want to wake up then. It's in the car next to mine. Jitka couldn't believe her eyes. Uh-oh, what is it? Huh? Are you going to notice someone familiar? Maybe a younger looking individual? Someone she knew was seated nearby. Oh, here we go. Miki. Okay. Well, is that the current Miki? Or if you're talking about the disaster that happened 5 years ago, you would suggest she's younger, Miki? Oh crap, no, that's the current age Miki, current present day Miki. It was really her. Well, Jitka, that would suggest you're not dreaming. Or you're not witnessing a dream of the past. Does she have precognition? Can she see the future? It's really her. But why is she on this train? I never noticed her before. Miki. Well, probably when you've had this dream before, you never knew her. Jitka called out to her, but the train's noises made it impossible for Miki to hear. She just stared at her lap. Uh-oh. What has Miki got in her hands? If anything, Miki. This time, Jitka called out a little louder. Oh, Miki suddenly looked up and glanced around. Oh, if this is a dream, Itka's having an influence on reality, maybe. It's hard to tell sometimes, guys. At one point, her eyes fell on Jitka, but can she see her? Excited that Miki had noticed her, Jitka raised her hand to wave. She won't see her. But Miki's gaze sped right past you. She can't see you. It was as if she didn't recognize her companion. Well, maybe. Maybe she doesn't. What the hell? Maybe she didn't see me. Okay, shout at her again. She stood up to try to walk over. She won't be able to move. Oh, Miki also walked a few paces towards Jitka. As if she could hear someone calling her name. Can she see you? Just then... Uh-oh. Oh, crap. So as Jitka said, an accident was about to happen. There was a huge crash and a loud explosive sound followed by a gust of wind. Jitka's small body flew into the air. Oh, shit. Oh, no. It's just as I feared. In a matter of seconds, she lost consciousness. Oh, boy. So she's getting to relive her nightmare again. She smelled the putrid odor of burning metal. A siren resonated in the distance. As she felt herself come to, despair overwhelmed her. I know what's happening. The next thing I'll feel is a terrible pain. I'll be laying down in a pool of blood and my lower body will be crushed by debris. That definitely sounds like you're looking from Miki's eyes, from Miki's perspective. She fearfully opened her eyes. Yeah, this is through Miki's eyes. This is the scene that Miki's described before. But then, a scene you're not familiar with by the looks of things. Miki was the one on the ground. The surroundings were a jumble of crumbled walls, tumbling rocks, and crushed metal. Oh dear. Apologies if that mic made a sound there. Black smoke rose from various places, and the light from the licking flames made the disastrous scene appear even more ghastly. So this is new to you in terms of your dream by the looks of things. The scenery was the same as Jitka's previous dream, but you were the one that was injured, but now this time it's Miki. The only difference was that the one under debris wasn't her, but Miki. I wonder if that means her dreams are starting to show her what really happened. Meanwhile, Jitka herself was standing nearby looking down on the scene. But I'm guessing Miki can't see you or hear you, maybe. Why? At first she was confused. But then she gave it some thought. After a few seconds, she realized that this dream was someone else's experience. Yeah, you're seeing things from someone else's perspective. But apparently it is Mickey's memories. So you're seeing from a third-party perspective what happened to Mickey. These are Mickey's memories. I experienced this scary event as Mickey over and over again in a dream. Yeah, and you've also experienced bad events as Asuna, as... Well, the one where it's Chloe see, I think also Itka's ability to see dreams through other people's perspectives has spread to the others, like Chloe seeing herself in a malfunctioned pod dead and not able to wake up from cold sleep. She saw that and then changed the way things worked out, and it resulted in someone else's death. But I don't think Asuna or Mickey have had that sensation yet. So, right, over and over again in a dream. After she understood that, another question arose in her mind. But if that's the case, why am I standing here? Good question. That would kind of suggest that either you were here before, and this is the first time you're remembering it, or you're seeing through someone else's perspective, maybe. If this is Mickey's dream, I should be under the debris as Mickey. That would make sense. Also, one more thing is different. Mickey's legs, are they crushed? Whenever I have this dream as Mickey, my legs are always crushed beneath the debris in a pool of blood. But the Mickey in front of me doesn't seem injured at all. Ooh. Okay. And there is no blood in sight. Well, guessing that's blood of others. Your dream has changed, and if you had an influence on it, you don't seem to know how. And will that affect? See, like, I'm still going on with the theory that Mickey's dreams can change the reality. I'm not sure whether they necessarily can change the future, but maybe they can change the past. Maybe she can affect time, but we don't know. We need to find out more. She whispered to herself. Just then, Mickey moaned as she started to stir. Uh-oh. Bet she can't see you or hear you, though. Mickey. As soon as she spoke her companion's name, Itka's vision started to blur. Oh, god damn it, you have to move on, eh? Damn it, you're gonna wake up when you're about to find out some real shit, probably. I don't think fate is going to allow it, but oh well. I just talked to Mickey first, but her wish was in vain as the scenery warped before vanishing into a white mist. Now, are you going to wake up to reality, or is your dream shifting your location? For a while, Itsuka's vision was completely blank. And then... Oh, that sounds like someone calling her name. Itka. She heard a voice from somewhere. Do you recognize it?
Jitka.
What the f***? I know that voice. Jitka. That's Orange. I'm convinced that's Orange or the first Chloe. Pretty sure that was her voice. She knows Jitka.
Jitka.
Jitka again. Someone is calling my name. She opened her heavy eyelids. Jitka. Holy shit. So Jitka, this might be reality. If it's reality, Itka's now in the control room where Chloe died. Or if it's still her dream, she's been brought here. But apparently Orange is talking to her. But Orange is supposedly dead. So what the fuck is going on, Jitka? The owner of the voice stood in front of her. She was a young woman. Her cold eyes stared straight at Jitka. Who are you? Despite the question, she felt like she knew this person. You must be Jitka. And I wonder if she feels as if she knows her because maybe she's seeing from Chloe's perspective. Uh-huh. She might be. Are you crying? But there's no obvious person in the chair. But whether that's the chair that Chloe died in, who knows? Jitka suddenly noticed the tears on her cheeks. Well, she'd just seen a very bad dream, plus a friend she knows getting hurt. Huh? Why am I crying? Indeed, why? As she puzzled over this, the woman spoke softly.
苦しいのかそれとも悔しいのか
Does it hurt, or are you just angry? What, has she got a visible injury? Or is it talking about her emotions? Jitka hesitated. She wasn't sure herself. I'm pretty convinced we know this is Orange, but why not reveal a sprite of her? But maybe it's to illustrate that she's not actually physically there and she's talking to Jitka in her mind, or maybe from the computer if she was logged in. Wasn't sure herself. For a minute, she didn't know what to say. The woman continued.
いや、いいそんなことはもう考えなくてもよくなる
Okay.
どうして
Yeah, you don't have to think or worry about things anymore, about certain things. Why not?
ここから出ろ糸か
Okay, so Orange is encouraging Jitka to get out of the... I'm assuming she means out of Foundation in general.
お前なら簡単じゃないか
A piece of cake for someone like you, huh?
簡単どうやって
How indeed?
地上だよ地上を夢見るんだ
The surface is the key. Dream of the surface. So you're saying she should change her dreams to think about the surface world? Interesting. Dream of the surface, but she's never seen or experienced the surface, so how would she know? As soon as the woman said this, a heat spread through her entire body. Well, if she's feeling heat, that would suggest maybe this is reality, but that's right, these words. Wait, you've heard them before, haven't you? These were the words I was waiting for. Okay. Without any logical explanation, she was convinced this was true.
分かった
Okay. So she doesn't know who Orange is, but she's willing to listen to her. She nodded.
私見る地上の夢
Okay, so you're willing to dream of the surface, but this would mean you're doing more dreaming, which would reduce your number. What happens when you reach 0? The woman with cold eyes nodded. Then, Orange disappeared. Jitka blinked. I feel like I've had the same conversation with that person before. So, I think I remember saying in the last episode that there was maybe the possibility that even though Orange was a part of the terrorist group, she might have also been like a double agent, like she may have also been working for Foundation's government, the Administration Bureau, or at least had some kind of influence on the government, or maybe worked with Olga's father in the icon research section, because she had an ID, a login ID suggesting she was staff. So, and the girl's memories, I think, have been affected in some way. Maybe inadvertently by Jitka, but maybe by just some outside thing, their memories have been affected. Maybe they've all been reset once before in cold sleep because they all got infected by the Furio virus and it affected their memories. I don't know. But she's now saying that she thinks Orange seems familiar somehow. The same conversation with that person before. Unless she's talking about Olga's father, the sensei doctor. But it was a little different last time. When did I have that dream? Jitka racked her brain until it finally hit her. Oh, here we go. Oh, that's right. It happened after Chloe pointed the medical scanner at me during the virus fiasco. Oh. So, Jitka has confirmed that Chloe pointed the medical scanner at her. So that means Chloe intentionally gave Jitka the Furio virus. Chloe, what the f***? But that dream was a lot different, okay? I was frozen and couldn't speak. Wait. You were frozen and couldn't speak, so that means you were still in the lab? Or You were either in the lab with Olga's father, or you were frozen because you were in cold sleep. So that would mean Chloe was up before all of you and pointed the What the f? So Chloe's definitely messing about with everyone else for her own gains, but she's dead now, apparently. Frozen and couldn't speak. I feel like the woman told me something different back then too. Ugh, things are starting to spiral out of control. Everything's not really making sense at the moment, guys. But she couldn't remember anymore. The details of her past dream remained cloudy. Well, we need to clear that up. No matter how much she concentrated, she couldn't remember, so she gave up with a small sigh. Then she looked around her. Are you about to discover a dead Chloe if this is back to reality? This was an unfamiliar place, and if that was the case, Asuna should be around somewhere. It was a small room with old computers lined up in the back. Where are you indeed, Jitka, if you've never been here before? Why are you here? She stood up unsteadily, so she was down on the ground. Oh God. Right, so we have to search this room. As soon as I hit one of these triggers to go to a different part of the room, is she going to find Chloe dead in the chair? Okay, there's a chair. Oh, something. There's a chair fixed in place. There's a chair fixed in place. Okay. I have a bad feeling. There are lights on the wall too. Display isn't showing anything. There's a console. There are various lights on the console. I'm going to go to the left just on purpose because I'm guessing it's anything revealing is going to be to the right. But we'll see. Okay, so she's in this control room, which I'm assuming is the same one that Asuna and Chloe were in. Well, we've got a panel of numbers on the wall. So this appeared to be a number lock by the looks of things. No obvious pattern. Well, looks like we have to work out a puzzle to get out, but look, I think we need more information. Well, if it doesn't open, it would... If it's locked, it would make sense that it won't open. Okay. Alright, okay. Oh, wait. Yeah, I didn't even realize I'd done that, but there was a green light there. Did something just flash? Number 11 appeared. There are lights on the wall too. What's this? 12 and 21. There's a depression here. Flashed again. Number 12 appeared. Number 21 appeared. So 11, 12, and 21. 11. Oh, okay. Right, we need to find more numbers then. And there's 2. Number 2 appeared. So I need to find the numbers that are hidden in the landscape there. Okay, so maybe this isn't the same room. No wait, that's a number there, isn't it? Number 1 appeared. 17? No, the number 7 appeared. Display isn't showing anything. Is there numbers hidden here? Okay, how many numbers have I got lit up now? 6. And exactly 6 are not lit. Let me see if I can spot any others. Various lights on the console. Various lights on the console. The floor is glowing too. There are exposed pipes under the console. Oh. Number 8 appeared. Clever. Floor is glowing too. Wait a minute. Ah, the number 9's right there. The number 9 appeared. Clever, clever, clever. Yeah, I've already pressed that. Yes, the other numbers must be here, but they're well hidden in terms of they'll be parts of the furniture. And this is not representing anything, this number. No. There must be something here. There must be a number here that I just don't quite see. Let me just have a look at what numbers are still requiring to be pressed, and maybe that'll give me a clue. 4, 5, 3, and 0. Oh, like, aha! 5. Number 5 appeared. 3. Number 3 appeared. What were the other numbers? Oh, there was a 4. There was a 4 and there was a 0. Okay, I think that's all the numbers in this section. Okay, so can I look at the console on this side? Nope. Nope. Okay, so I said 5, 4. I think it's just 4 and 0. So that doesn't represent anything. There's no more numbers on this. Wait. So we've pressed them. And on the wall to the left of the display next to the 1. You're kidding me. I clicked them multiple times. Wait, that was a 7. No, the 1's on the other side. Here. You've got to be kidding me. So I got 11. I might be being wicked dumb, but wait. Is it that? No. I see the 2. Number 4. So hidden on the wall to the left. To the left of the display. So it's to the left of the display. Wait. To the left of this display. Oh, you son of a bitch. It's right there. 4. Clever. Right now, right. I don't want to touch 0 because I want to try and find it. But clever. Clever, 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 you bastards. Right. So the last one I'm looking for is a 0. My God, that was hard to see. I'm gonna have to, so 0. Hidden by the pipes below the console. So it is claiming that it is here somewhere. I might be wicked dumb and blind, I honestly don't see it. 0, and it should be a clear, noticeable 0. It's definitely not this. My God. Oh, it's right there. Okay, the number 0 floated up. And that should be it. That should be all the numbers. All the lights are on. Yes. And the door opens. Sweet. Yes, indeed, Jitka. The door did open, so we can get the f out of here. But was this still a part of your dream, though? That's the next question. Just as she was about to go into the hallway, it's going to change again. Her body was overwhelmed by a floating sensation, and everything fogged up. Oh, that's right, this is another dream. Before she knew it, she lost consciousness. Is she waking up to reality? Oh, f***. This might be her waking up to reality, but if that's the case, then she is in the same location, but things have changed. In the next moment, her body trembled and she jolted up. Yeah, you were just here, but the scenario has changed. So since there's only one seat and it's very cramped, I've got to assume that this wasn't the room that Chloe and Asuna were in and where Chloe died. But it must be fairly similar / nearby, just judging from the way the things are. But also, the screens were green. What is causing this pink? This place. This was where she had fallen asleep. Okay, so you'd fallen asleep here, but why are you alone? She was finally awake, right, so we're confirmed out of dream mode. I knew everything that just happened was just a dream, right? Okay, well, you're supposed to have split into groups, so you should be with Miki, so where's Miki? But for some reason, she had no memory of the last place in her dream. Not that it was rare for her to not recognize the location of one of her dreams. Yeah, because she sees the vision through others, and it's not been a place she's been to before ever in her life. But it didn't make sense to have a familiar conversation in an unfamiliar place. That makes sense. Strange. She cocked her head. Why do my dreams change sometimes? Because I think you're having an influence on reality and maybe affecting the future or the past. Convinced you can affect time as well as reality in your dreams. It wasn't just the last dream either. She would have the same dream about someone else's memories or her own over and over again. Sometimes the details would change slightly, yeah. Yeah, they have changed slightly. Well, we've seen from Chloe supposedly saw it, but she had a dream and she saw that she was going to die from being in a pod. And then she used that information from that dream to choose a different pod, and Olga died instead. It's kind of like Final Destination shit, where they have the vision of the huge disaster that's going to affect them and their mates or classmates or whatever. So they do the opposite and stop doing something that's going to happen, as in like the first film, they got off the plane. The second one, was it a train or something? And then the third one was a roller coaster. So they all see a vision of some bad disaster that's going to kill them as well as a whole lot of their friends. And so when they wake up, in reality, they change their actions and stop the dream from happening, or change the way it happens, change their fate. But unfortunately, it comes back to bite them in the ass because fate wants them dead. Sometimes the details would change slightly, yeah. Today wasn't the first time. For Jitka, who was constantly dreaming, it was practically part of her regular life. And why? What did Olga's father want in terms of your dreaming? So she never thought it was strange. But when you've been with others who don't do this, you must be thinking differently now. But today, for the first time, she felt these sporadic changes might have some kind of meaning. Yes! Part of the reason for this was that she felt the changes had become more dramatic recently.
さっきのミキの夢だって。
Maybe the lower the numbers get, the more intense the consequences or effects are on reality, maybe? I don't know. That dream of Mickey felt real, eh? The train, the explosion, the screeching wheels. Usually, when I regain consciousness, I'm on the ground with my legs crushed by debris. But if that dream is really made of Mickey's memories, that happened to Mickey. Why were Mickey's legs not crushed? Yeah, that's a good point. So it would suggest that maybe you making slight changes in your dreams or having slight changes in your dreams may be changing the way things happened. Jitka remembered something else. Yeah, your leg was trapped when you last had a dream that involved Mickey's legs getting crushed. In another past dream, my legs were trapped. Yeah, and that was like... And coincidentally, that's Mickey's wheelchair. There was a crumbled wall, some heavy pipes, my trapped legs, and a wheelchair. All from Mickey.
車椅子?
A wheelchair, Mickey's as well. So that's what I'm thinking. She's seeing things from Mickey's... This was Mickey's perspective, maybe. She suddenly connected the dots. Mickey?
あの事故で足が動かなくなって、それで車椅子に。
Correct, Jitka, correct. That means the memories of escaping those heavy pipes belong to Mickey too, yes? Because we went through a similar scenario. As she realized this, her eyes widened. What if... An idea suddenly came to her. What if her dreams changed the way things happened? It was as if the mist that had filled her head for so long was suddenly blown away.
私が変えてるの?
That's what I'm thinking. Your dreams are having an influence on reality. And are you changing the events? Am I changing things? She was just on the verge of discovering something very important. But at that very moment, someone called her name. Who? That... I was about to say I think that's Mickey, but no, I don't. I think that's Asuna, Jitka. Oh no, it is Mickey, apparently. Okay, Mickey stuck her head in the doorway.
起きてる? そろそろ出発よ.
Are you awake? We're on our way out. Okay. Okay, so they must have been sleeping separately? Or is this saying Asuna's caught up with them? Okay, oh. She tried to say something but was caught off guard by seeing the person she had just been thinking about, yeah. The words wouldn't come. Mickey quickly walked over.
どうしたの? 具合でも悪い?
Uh-oh, yeah. Do you feel sick? She peered at Jitka's face. I'm guessing she's as white as a sheet.
そうじゃないの.
Okay. Jitka quickly waved her arms in negation. Then she stared at Mickey. Her legs are working. They don't seem to be injured either. So, her legs are working. They don't seem to be injured either. Yeah, and they've never really explained how Mickey's legs suddenly worked again. Just, yeah. But then, I'm trying to think back to that one when Mickey first encountered Orange. No, she just miraculously got her legs back. They never really explained what treatment or how they managed to cure Mickey's paralysis. So that's what I'm thinking. Jitka had some kind of influence and changed the way things happened. Does that have something to do with the fact her legs were fine? Yep. In my dream, yeah, I think you're affecting the way things happen. Noticing Jitka was looking at her legs. Mickey frowned. Yeah, that's not a good topic with Mickey because she must have memories.
何? 私の足がどうかした?
Oh. Okay. Mickey seems questioning of the idea of that something's up with her legs, unless she's hiding the fact that she was meant to have had a leg injury. Is there something wrong with my legs?
ちゃんと動いてるなっ
That's gonna be awkward if she doesn't remember hurting them in the first place. But also, it's gonna trigger her if you suddenly say they're working properly. I just noticed they're working properly. As soon as she said this, she felt Mickey's attitude grow cold. Uh-oh. Jitka fearfully raised her head and saw Mickey was, in fact, giving her an icy stare. Yeah, so Mickey must remember getting hurt. And she's like, how the f***, Jitka, do you know about something me having an issue in my legs at one point? What do you mean by that? Even her voice was cold. Yeah, Mickey's got seeking revenge against whoever hurt her legs, killed her family, who was responsible for everything that happened to her and her family, and you're just giving hints. Her voice was cold. Jitka cringed and took a step back. I think, Jitka, you've just f***ed yourself, because I'm pretty sure Miki has never mentioned the fact that she hurt her legs really badly to any of you in reality, and I think that's only been in your dreams. Yeah, no one should know this, I think. Bam! Oh shit, what? Feeling some kind of impact, Jitka instinctively squeezed her eyes shut. What the hell? Did Mickey wallop her? Oh. Oh my god, Mickey's gone yandere. But Mickey is seeking revenge against whoever ruined her life, and now she's finding out that Jitka might have some knowledge about it. Uh-oh. God, so I guess Mickey did actually hit her, and then she just closed her eyes. When she opened them again, Mickey's face was right in front of her. She had grabbed Jitka by the collar and pushed her against the wall. So yeah, and confirmed, Miki never shared this information with any of them in reality. How did you know that? Her face was livid. Yeah, she's pissed. She's gonna kill Jitka? I can't breathe. Miki ignored Itka's tiny plea and didn't loosen her grip. But can Jitka then do something with her powers or dreams? This is scary. Fear bubbled up inside of her. Yeah, unfortunately, Jitka doesn't know that the injury to her legs is only the start of it. The whole incident ruined Miki's life completely. So if you know things, she's going to question you. Suddenly, her head fell limp. Wait, oh, Jitka's passed out from not being able to breathe. Uh-oh. Jitka's consciousness faded into a pale mist. Did Miki just choke her out and kill her? Clank, clank. Clank, clank. This is what we heard before. Jitka's body swayed to monotonous chugging of the train. So this is going back to the train again. Oh no, wait. Is this her going back into her dream to change things? What happened? Am I again? She strained her eyes in the darkness. I'm assuming you're going to be back on the train again. You're back on the train again. In your dream again, I guess. She blinked. The inside of a train. Yeah, and I'm assuming it's in your dream because I'm guessing the trains wouldn't be like this in the current Foundation reality. Yeah, but why have you suddenly come back here? Maybe her abilities of her dreams and affecting reality, maybe they're also a defense mechanism for Jitka as the host. So if there's something that's threatening her, maybe the dreams go back to rectify what's threatening her. In that case, it would be Miki. The train's windows were completely dark and scattered human silhouettes surrounded her. Yep, the exact same scenario. Yeah, but what's going to happen this time? She quickly turned to the next train car over. Are you going to see Mickey? Mickey's there again. There she is again. It's Mickey.
Mickey?
Will she hear you this time? She called out, but again, Mickey didn't notice. Uh-oh. Stopped mid-sentence. What's different? Just as she was about to call out in a louder voice, she stopped herself. Why? Last time, no matter how many times I called to her, she never saw you. Mickey didn't notice me. But there were more important things to think about. Another idea popped into her head. What if you got Mickey? I'm guessing she's thinking, what if you got Mickey off that train before the accident? What if? Or what if your actions here change it for the worse? Yeah, what if my actions here could really change the outcome of the accident? It might. What if I could stop the train right now? That would be good. Then maybe the accident will never happen. Oh shit, oh god, right. Jitka ran in the opposite direction of the car Mickey was in. There's no time. Hurry, quickly. Oh shit, we need to do this quick, do we? Well, there's something on the ground there. What's that? Obtained a handle. There are lights built into the floor. It's like a piece of luggage rack, anything. Just an ordinary seat. Just an ordinary seat. Looks like some sort of information being displayed. So can we open this door? What's the handle? It's a handle. What's this? Will it open? But well, it's like an 8 on the side, but it also kind of looks like the infinity symbol. Oh, the handle must fit there. That's the handle. I think so. Maybe close it again. The door won't open. Oh, wait, what's that? A ticket, a fallen ticket. Obtained a ticket. Door won't open. Oh, wait, we've moved carriage. We moved down. So the ticket has the departing station and destination written on it. I can't read any of that, unfortunately. Well, what's up here? This appears to be car number 9, so we've moved cars. So I've got a ticket. Just an ordinary seat. So some sort of information being displayed. Luggage rack, luggage rack. Door won't open. So where am I now? Am I back in car 8? Wait, what's that? Obtained paper saying out of order. Looks like an electronic bulletin board, but it isn't displaying anything. This door won't open. Oh, hello. It's a storage case. It's locked. It looks like I need something to open that. So I'm not sure where I am now. Just an ordinary seat. This door won't open. Oh, it's Mickey in there. So I've come back. I must be back in car 8. But some things have changed. Looks like some sort of information being displayed. What's that? Looks like something is sticking out. Well, why can't you take it? Nothing is shown on the panel. Must have to come back to more information. Yes, we are in car 8. Okay, let's go back to the next car. Wait, what's that? Ooh, okay, I need a code. Box attached to the wall. This ticket has the departing station and destination written on it. So that's back to car 8. Oh, hello. Oh, the destination. Right, let's see. So this ticket has the departing station and destination written on it. So the departing station is that one. 5. So 5. And the arriving station is that one. 5 and 7. Okay. 5 and 7. Okay. Was out of order paper. On closer inspection, there's something written on the back. Turned over the paper, 9-7. Okay. Seven. 5. 7. Nope, that doesn't appear to be the answer. 9, 7. It appears to be... Those numbers should be first. Right, am I in a completely new car now? No, this is where I got the out of order thing. But no, I'm back in car 8, am I? So, let me see. So this door will take me to where Miki is, so I can't go any further that way. Is that something there? Looks like it, but no. Right, so let's go back through here. What's that? Oh, hello. 5-4, tinted piece of paper. Okay. 5-4. There's a number written on it. Can I go further? Right. So I can't go any further that way, and that's car 9. So this is definitely as far as I can go, apparently. So, according to the destination thing, the first place, the departing station, is 5, and then the arrival is 7. There should be a device that stops the train somewhere inside. Well, no shit. Magic car. Trying to get past this car just has her come right back. It's probably because of the... Oh, so it's an infinity symbol. So it was saying there's an infinity loop until you actually solve this. Ah, that's kind of cool. There are 2 torn papers. The pieces of paper have signs of being torn. Were they one note to begin with? Station names. Looking at the rail map, can something be gleaned by comparing the destination and departing stations? So, the pieces of paper have signs of being torn. Were they one note to begin with? Doesn't look like it because... Oh wait, actually, hold on. Oh, that is oh, you code's 5497. God damn it. No, not this one. We need to go back to the other card. So I did get the right number, just put them in the wrong order. It's got to work, otherwise we are booked. 5497. You're kidding me. Apparently that's not the case. What? 5497. But, wait. Why is... That just doesn't make... That's... Something's up. Like, because those dashes are on its side. That's vertical. So something's up. Oh. Never thought about that. So, okay, so it's saying 5497 became one note, but that's got to mean something. So 5, 4, 9. So it's like, does this number mean something? Station names. Looking at the rail map, can something be gleaned by comparing the destination and departing stations? Oh, wait. So... Oh, you motherfuckers. That's the code. It's the journey, 5 to 7. So the code is 5187. Is that it? Is that what it is? Five, 1, 8, 7. Yes! Key, obtained a key. Right, so we can open that storage case thingy that's in the other car. Where is it? There it is. Gotta assume this key goes in here. Bingo, the glass door opened. Oh. Okay, we've taken this and letters are displayed on the electronic display board. Obtained a lever. Okay. How to stop the train. What are the squares? Is it broken? It's code, I guess. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So it's a lever we've got. So I've got to assume the lever maybe goes on here. It's a lever. Bingo. The number is displayed. Two numbers in red, though. How to stop the train, and square symbols are flashing in turn. Square symbols. 1, 2. Oh, this is something to do with this, isn't it? Yeah, this is something to do with this. 5, 4. Number means something. Yes, it will. Square symbols. Looking at the memo and electronic display board, the display looks like an addition and subtraction problem. The final glowing squares probably give the answer. Oh, addition and subtraction, right? So... So is it only two numbers? Well, if we take that as a minus, but why is it facing the wrong way? That's the That's the issue. 5, so it's 5497. Hmm. 0 minus. So if I take it as 5 minus 4, that's 1. And 9 minus 7 is 2. So do I just press 1 and 2 on the keypad? Oh wait, are those numbers being displayed on the board? That's... So I don't know, does it change when I key in numbers? Well, what if I do what it says? So 5, 4, 9, 7. Wait, are these... See the writing, are those destinations? So I'm wondering, that word could be represented by those numbers, and that word could be represented by that. Oh, God almighty. So one that ends in KA and one that ends in T small b. I think they do represent a destination. Son of a bitch. T. Well, there's T and remember these are these are in reverse, aren't they? I think. Just based on the layout, they may be in reverse. Can I see a picture from the hint? Can I see a picture of the display? No, you son of a bitch. God damn it. So, TB and... Shit. I have to go back and check. So, KA. So, backwards E and KA. Let's find out that one first. Backwards E and KA is involved at the either ends. KA and a backwards E, which might be shown as a normal looking E if this is in reverse. And it was quite a long one. And see KO. Wait, is that the only one? No, KA. So that's 6. Right. So that's 6. I think. Oh, wrong door. Other way. Okay. So that's this one. So I think that's 6. And that would be 0 minus 6. But then the other one, I suppose the two, but I think it's 6 and 7. Oh wait, hold on. And then, am I then meant to flick the lever? What did that do? Did the lever do anything? No. Oh, wait. I may be making this way more complicated than it needs. Maybe just 5497 and hit the lever. Five, 4, 9, 7, 6, 7. 4, 9, 7, 7, 6. No. Right. So. Oh, so they needed power to it. Right. So the numbers are 5, 4, 9, 7. What exactly does it mean, though? Oh, I can't turn that off. Is this like a... Oh, wait a minute. 5, 4... I was just looking at that and thinking, that reminds me of like a calculator number display. 5 and 4... And then 9 minus 7. 9, 7, or between 7. So does that mean maybe I... Oh, okay, I must have to reset it, I guess. Oh no. Alright, so that's how I get rid of numbers again. Right. So I guess that's not right. But at least now I know how to operate it. 5, 4. Nine to 7. 5, 4, 9, 7. 5, 4. So 1, 2. So I'm just looking on the keypad here. So if you take the numbers where they normally are, 5 would be normally in the middle, and a 4 would be to the left, and then the 7's the top left. Oh, the 7's in the correct place, and right, the 7 and the 8 are in the right place, but the rest of the numbers are not. No, right, 7, 8, 4. Oh. So 7, 8, 4 are in the correct place that would be on a normal number keypad, but the others are all in the wrong order. Is that it? 1, 3. Well, so I'll try by process of elimination. I'll try the numbers that are not in order first, and then if that doesn't win, I'll try the numbers that are in order. So 1, 3, 9. So I said 4, 7, 8 are in the right order. So then 2, 6, 5. And 5, 4, 9 minus 7's 2. Well, 2's the 5, 4, 9, 7. Maybe just try. Oh! Holy shit! Okay. Just by pure chance and luck, but also by working out that the numbers were in the wrong order, apart from the 8, appears to have worked. The brakes have activated. Holy shit. Okay, I got it. Yeah, okay. By luck, kind of. Screech! So we're changing events. A terrible metallic screech resonated through the train. But will this have other consequences, though? I don't know. At the same time, the train significantly dropped its speed. Okay, just a little more. Please stop would be ideal. You could prevent a lot of disasters, but what's Mickey's reaction in the other car? She screamed internally with all her heart. Just a little more. Just a little more and the train will stop. Well, I hope that both Jitka and Mickey are sitting down while the brakes are on, otherwise they could go flying. Just then there was a crash. Oh no. Oh fuck. Oh shit, it looks as if you weren't able to change it completely, Jitka. An explosive wind burst through the train. Jitka's small body flew into the air. This happened again. Either we were too late, or even if you tried to stop the train, it didn't change events, or maybe it's made things worse. So what are you going to do now? I mean, if you go back to reality, Mickey is about to choke you out. So close too. In a matter of seconds, she lost consciousness. Now what? She smelled the putrid odor of burning metal. The siren resonated in the distance. Right, have you changed anything? Uh-oh. Jitka doesn't feel any pain. Jitka's eyes flew open as soon as she regained consciousness. Oh no, but the next thing she saw made her let out a silent scream. Fuck. What? Okay, the bad scenario again. But where's Mickey now? Mickey was on the train floor this time, okay. This time it wasn't only her legs that were crushed under the... Oh, fuck. This time it wasn't only her legs that were crushed under the debris. Oh no! It was her whole body. Oh, she's dead then. If she's been crushed by something that broke her legs, and now her whole body's crushed, she's dead. It was her whole body. No, I think you've killed her. Black smoke rose from various places. And the light from the licking flames, yeah, if she's not dead yet, you're not going to be able to help her out of there, are you? Made the disastrous scene appear even more ghastly. A sparkling black fluid pooled under Mickey's body. Blood. Shit. You made it worse. Jitka clutched at her head and screamed as she looked down on Mickey's corpse. Corpse confirmed, Mickey's dead. Why is this happening, indeed? Is it because I couldn't... Is it because I couldn't stop the train? Oh, maybe. Really? Is this going to be like a mission that is actually timed, although it doesn't tell you? But I was so close. I was seconds from stopping it. But maybe I can't change the fact that the accident happened. Maybe. Did slowing down the train make it worse? Make it so it wasn't just Mickey's legs, but a whole body that was crushed by debris? Yeah. Did my meddling make things worse? It kind of looks like it did. This can't be happening. Jitka whispered through her chattering teeth. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. She's going mad. She's going mad. So what now? She's going to try and change things again? She squeezed her eyes shut.
大丈夫。だってこれは夢なの。
Sure, it's just a dream. I'm picturing another bad end, or we're about to lose someone again. That's fine, this is just a dream. But we've seen evidence that your dreams can affect reality.
ただの夢。ただの私の夢。
Maybe. It's just a dream. It's just one of my dreams.
起きちゃえばいいの。起きちゃえば。
I hope so. If you just need to wake up and when you do, everything will be fine. Well, if you wake up to the previous scenario, Mickey's about to kill you. Possibly. But I get the feeling you might be about to come across a different scenario. Let's find out. Anyway, she crouched on the ground as she tried to talk herself down. Then she rolled herself up smaller and smaller.
早く目覚めて。早く。
Or is she suddenly going to be hit with the realization that this is actually real? And she's not going to drink. Oh. Okay, right, so she did wake up. She is back in this room, but have things changed? Suddenly she jolted awake. She was in a familiar small room. This was the same room where Mickey had come to call for her. Right? Yep. She let out a big breath.
目覚めたんだ。よかった。
Yeah, but are things going to be the same way? I doubt it. I'm awake, thank goodness. She held herself to stop from shaking.
大丈夫。あれは夢だったんだから。
I don't think so. Everything's okay, that was just a dream. She was sure Mickey would be by soon to let her know the party was leaving. Okay. Just then she noticed herself in a strange position. Okay. Oh no. She was standing against the room's back wall, like when Mickey Pitt was pinning you to the wall. Uh-oh. She must have fallen asleep that way. Oh no. I think what I said earlier might have happened. So the dreams or her abilities noticed she was under threat for her life. So the actual part where Mickey was threatening her did happen. But now it's changed things. Maybe, but okay, but maybe not, we'll see. Right, so she must have fallen asleep against the wall this time, okay.
どうして？
But why has things changed? It was almost as if she were in the same position as when Mickey pushed her against the wall. Yep, as I was thinking. Jitka's eyes widened. Okay, so apologies there, guys. My camera battery died because the episode's gone on for quite a while, just because I was struggling with that puzzle on the train. But yeah, I'd imagine, as I said, or was thinking that Jitka's woken up in a different position, still pressed against the wall, because what happened before did happen, and she's not actually changed, gone back in time and changed what previously happened. So what previously happened, this has still happened, but her dreams have now caused the situation to change, and her eyes have now widened. So I'm guessing that means she's noticed something that maybe she wasn't expecting / not gonna like. But anyway, here we go. Jitka's eyes widened.
Mickey.
Oh no, Mickey.
Mickey.
Mickey? Where is she? Oh, right. Okay, so she's realized to herself that this was not the same. Even though I've changed events in my dream, the scenario where Mickey was pushing me up against the wall still happened. So things have not completely changed. Something has changed drastically from the whole situation. So you flew out of the room. You're going to try and find the others, aren't you? Out of the room. Then she frantically ran into another room, calling Mickey's name. Mickey's not around at all, is she? Because she's dead already. This was when Mickey had chosen to sleep last night. She won't be there. Or she won't be alive anymore. This was when Mickey had chosen to sleep last night. But Mickey wasn't there, and neither were her things. You've completely changed. You've completely changed the whole scenario. Mickey never even existed at this point. In fact, the floor was covered with a thin layer of dust, as if no one had been there for a while.
Mickey.
Yeah, you caused Mickey's death to happen a lot sooner. Shit. Oh, f***. Here we go. Asuna's going to confirm to you that she doesn't even know who Mickey is. What's wrong? Asuna ran into the room when she heard Jitka's cries. Mickey is... I'm calling it now. Asuna's not going to have a clue who you're talking about. Jitka looked up at Asuna with tears in her eyes. Mickey is gone. But the next response came as an utter shock. Yeah.
Mickey?
King knew it. So they never met Mickey. Mickey died during the main incident and has not been with them at all. Jitka confirmed you can affect reality and change the past and possibly the future with your dreams. Confirmed. Holy shit. Mickey, who's that? Oh, yeah, you've completely changed history. Oh. Jitka suddenly realized what had happened. Mickey disappeared. It's because I changed her past in my dream. Yeah, she died a lot earlier. I went back in time and killed her in my dream. No one even knows who she is anymore. But following that path could potentially mean Chloe and Olga were alive again. Our party was only 4 from the very beginning. Fuck. So if that's the case and we continue along this loop, then there's only 2 of us. Because she died before she ever met us. The tears started streaming down her cheeks again. Yeah, you did it. Holy shit. To be continued. Holy shit, but I've confirmed my theories about Mickey, about Jitka being able to affect time and reality with her dreams. And her powers save the current data, yes. Holy f***, I am choosing all the bad scenarios to complete. Yeah, confirmed. I might end the first playthrough very early, guys, depending on how things go, because... Oh, f***. Oh, we might be reaching the end game here, guys, because, yeah, confirmed Mickey's name is now gone, so she's dead now and her timeline ceases. So Wings is still unavailable because Chloe's dead. But now also, Asuna's next chapter of Feelings is no longer available, so now I've only got one path left. So I have to continue with Jitka's path only. So this might lead me to... I've got to assume it's going to be a bad end. The way we've played it, and I'm going to get a bad end for the first playthrough, but I don't know for certain. But we've definitely reached a point where, which, depending on who you play with and at what points in the story, is going to affect how they live or die. Wow. So every episode someone's dying, and I'm guessing that either Jitka or Asuna is probably going to die in the next episode. Like, I'm assuming Asuna's name is still there, so I've got to assume Asuna is still alive. But it's just that her next chapter is not available. So her name's still there, so Asuna is still alive. But we've killed Mickey. Holy shit. Damn, so... yeah, and then in the next scenario is behind a doorway. So I think this is giving me the vibes that we're starting to get to the point where they can try and escape. But Asuna's path currently is no longer available. and we have to continue with Jitka in the next episode, guys. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed it, guys. And if you're enjoying this series of Abyss of the Sacrifice with me and this video, then please give it a massive, beautiful, big thumbs up. It really helps the channel out and really supports me, and I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Also, guys, if you're either a new viewer or you've been here before on the channel and you still haven't hit the beautiful red subscribe button, please, pretty please. I'm only joking, but it would be awesome, guys, if you did subscribe to the channel. It really supports the channel out, and I really appreciate it, and helps me produce more videos on the channel, guys. Also, when you hit subscribe, make sure you click the bell for all notifications, so YouTube will notify you whenever a new video goes up on the channel, or whenever I have any messages saying we're going live streaming, or any other posts or things I want to talk about with you guys and the rest of the community. Also, let me know down in the comments, guys, what you think of this episode. Have I put us on a path that leads to ultimate doom for them all at the moment? I get the vibes that I am going to get a bad end, whether it's just Jitka's bad end, or whether it's a whole bad end for the whole group, and then we'll have to go back to try some of the other scenarios. So yeah, we will see how that pans out, guys. Also, in the comments, just talk about your thoughts on this episode, plus all the other episodes we've previously done, but please don't post any future bits about the game or any spoilers that we haven't come across yet in the game, guys. I don't want to be spoiled for anything, and I'm sure anyone watching the playthrough blind doesn't want to be spoiled either. So yeah, we will continue Jitka's path, possibly to a bad end, or just find out ultimately what happens, because I think we're getting near the end of this first playthrough in the next episode, guys. So thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. See ya.